What's up? What's up? What's up? Back again with another episode from the Factory here with Coach Z. We're doing something new now. We did previously do a lot of things about mental health, the food, and everything. Now we're gonna get a little bit better structure to it. Every week we're gonna start having videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. On Monday there'll be Mindful Mondays. Wednesday will be Well-Being Wednesday, and then Friday will be Factory Fridays. What we're doing with these is just making sure, number one, that we're consistent with talking back and forth, seeing you guys hearing the information, seeing the videos, and then on the other side of that is it keeps you conscious. It keeps me conscious of the things that I'm talking about, also keeps you conscious to always be active and being productive, not active, but always being productive in what you're doing with your mind. So yesterday I got to speak at Friendship Baptist Church, and it's in Toccoa, Georgia. Great time, great service, amazing. I was excited like I am right now talking to you guys. But I went in there and I talked about we are created to be creators, okay? We are created to be creators. So regardless of if you are religious or not, from the moment of creation to right now, the same thing that started creation has to be inside of all creation. So if you wanted to say Big Bang, that's what a lot of people learn in school. And then if you want to talk about in religion, where we're going to Genesis 1:1, and he's saying, or 1:3, where he's saying, let there be light. So what I'm trying to say is the same thing that started all is also resting inside of you. So whatever power it was that created creation is the same power that rests inside of you to be a creator. Okay, in the Bible it talks about, this is Genesis 1:26-28. It talks about God creating us in his image and in his likeness. So this part I do want to bring to you guys because I felt like it resonated with a lot of people yesterday in the service. So I feel like it'll be good for you guys to see today as well. So 1-26 is talking about we're created in his image and we're created in his likeness. So number one, I want to talk about image. Okay, when we're talking about image, that has to do with looks. Okay, so when God is saying he created you in his image, what does he mean? Okay, he's not saying that he created you to look exactly like him or we would all look the same. Do you see what I'm saying? What he's saying is spiritually, he's giving you the image of him. So the love, the faith, the patience, long suffering, you see what I'm saying? Temperance, all these different things that are the spirit of God, he's already given you the spiritual image to be that. So yes, when we're first born, we have the image, the spiritual resemblance of God. So that way, when we do what we need to do, everything, you see what I'm saying, responds like it would respond to God. What happens is we lose sight of that and we start to think that we're something else besides the creator throughout our life. And we've all gotten there where we are telling ourselves mentally or out loud, I cannot do this. I don't know if I can, whatever terms we say that are negative. That is me not operating as a creator, because what's going to happen is this, because we are the creator in the earth. When I do speak to myself negatively, I am creating negative life situations. Do you understand what I'm saying? If I am speaking to myself positive in my mind and speaking to myself positive out loud, then my life is going to start to be positive because everything has to respond to the creator. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is gonna go deeper into it later, but right now you have the spiritual image of God, so we're made in his image. That's number one. All right, and like we said, where do images come from is the imagination, and I broke this down just like this. Imagination in two words is image and then nation. Okay, image, nation. What God is saying is, because I've created you to reflect me spiritually, you should reflect it to someone else. They should reflect it to somewhere else, someone else, and we become a nation of images of God. Do you understand what I'm saying? And then a simpler way I could explain it is the word nation means mindset. Okay, so I'm African, but I live in America, so I'm called an African American. That means my mind is now like an American mind. My culture is like an American mind. How I live, how I eat, all this stuff is like an American. This is a mindset. Do you see what I'm saying? Versus us taking our flesh out of it and letting the spirit reflect out, and we all be that type of nation. Do you see what I'm saying? That type of mindset, that type of culture where we're only operating on my spirit must reflect God at all times. So images come from the imagination, and Who imagined all of this? God, the creator. So he's saying, I imagine for you to be all these great things. Now it's up to you to realize who you are to manifest all those great things. Do you see what I'm saying? We are the imagination of the creator, like I just said. All right, you break it down, you're gonna have image, nation. All right, now we are we are part of different types of nations that God does not want us to be a part of. Do you see what I'm saying? We have to change it so we're not reflecting America. I'm reflecting God. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not reflecting Egypt. I'm reflecting God. I'm not reflecting wherever I live or wherever I'm seeing this from, but I'm reflecting God. That's my image. Do you see what I'm saying? Not this man that you see right here, but the man that's inside of this man. All right, so like we were just saying, our duty is to reflect the creator as our unique self. Okay, so now this is where the health coaching is going to jump in. My unique self is my passions, skills, and abilities. Okay, passions, skills, and abilities. Me, my passions, skills, and abilities played out once I aligned myself, meaning started to reflect God in my spirit. That's when all of these different things in my life started to come together, because I've always been in sports. I've always been curious about health. I recently started to do more research about health, if you see what I'm saying, but it's always been something that I've been curious about. Even when I was playing football and I was in college, I was studying sports medicine. So it's like, it's always been there. But until I got where I was reflecting God to the fullest extent, could I be who I am now, working for myself? Do you see what I'm saying? Getting people off of medicine. All these things wouldn't have happened if I didn't start to reflect who God was, who God is, if you see what I'm saying. Our duty is to reflect the creator as our unique self. Okay, like we said, passions, skills, and abilities. If God was me and I were God, what would we do with these passions, skills, and abilities? If you sit with yourself every morning for 10 minutes and you're sitting and asking yourself, if God was me and I was God, what do we do with these passion, skills, and abilities? I promise by the third day, you're going to be having new habits. You're going to start to change the things that you do, because you know, with my passion, skills, and abilities, I can be this. I can get to this place in my life. I know I can do these things. So what we need to do is just sit with ourselves, sit with ourselves and ask, what would we do with these passion, skills, and abilities? I know a lot of people are tired of having to use their passion, skills, and abilities for other people. And I was in the same position where it's like, man, I'm tired of giving my all to someone else. Now create a way for you to get the same amount of money you're getting from your job. Create a way to a system for you to get that same money outside of work. Do you see what I'm saying? Outside of working for someone else. Use your passion, skills, and abilities to become independent. Do you think God works for anyone else? No, that's crazy. God doesn't work for anybody. But we got to reflect who God is, and then we start to do God things, okay? God is already sitting with us, sitting in us, all right? And we do this all the time with the name. If I say my name out loud right now, Zach. Now I say it in my head, okay? Say it in my head one more time. How am I able to speak, hear, all these senses in my mind? That's the Holy Spirit. We call it intuition nowadays, but it's the same thing. It's a spirit that's inside of us telling me all the time what I should and shouldn't be doing. My physical body is the one that's going to choose, am I going to listen to my spirit man? Do you see what I'm saying? So when we see what God is doing with the body and with the mind, it's easy for us to come out of these physical places and to get into the spiritual. All right, reflect God. Let me go down. So like we were just saying, we are created in his image, and I don't want to take too long today, so I'm trying to skim or speed through it a little bit. We are made in the likeness of the creator. That's number 2. We're made in the likeness of the creator. All right, like meaning to one's taste or pleasure. So it doesn't mean like physical taste, but it's like I like the color red, if you see what I'm saying. So like meaning to my pleasure or my taste. Then ness. Anytime you have N-E-S-S added to a word, it's saying of good condition or quality. So God was saying in his image, okay, spiritually reflected, and then also my physical body, okay, because what is he talking about now is likeness to one's taste or pleasure and of good condition. So God is saying, I've already made you to look like me, imagery, and then I've also made you to be built in the condition of me, a good condition. So for me, when I first came in, I was built in the condition to do exactly what I'm going to do in my life. You that are watching were built to do exactly what? God needed you to do in your life. The thing is, am I keeping my body in the condition that God gave it to me? Or am I now in a condition not like God? Does God take medicine? Does God do you see what I'm saying? Does God worry, doubt, stress? Does God have negative emotions? Do you see what I'm saying? This is all up to me and what I'm doing to my condition, not what God is doing to my condition. God has already given me the condition to be great, to be more than enough. But we're sitting here in the places where we're like, am I good enough? Now, this is not the condition of the Creator. The Creator doesn't ask, is she good enough? Do you see what I'm saying? Is she good enough? That's not how it works. You have to be confident. You have to know who you are. And that's what I'm saying about reflecting God. I have to show love every day. I have to show patience every day. I have to have faith every day. So I am actually reflecting God. Because as soon as I start to reflect Zach, then I'm going to get regular human results. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to create as efficiently as if I would create with the perspective and the position of God is the one that's doing these activities. Okay? So likeness, again, meaning God saw the body and said, this is the good condition for you. Do you see what I'm saying? You specifically, this is a great condition for you. So again, we're made to reflect the Creator. We're made in the condition of the Creator. All right. Why is that so important? Like we said, today is Mindful Monday. Keep on the front of your mind, I'm created to create. I'm created in the image of the Creator, so my spirit is already good. If my spirit is not good now, I can still get it back to the place of where it was. Now, the same thing with my condition, okay? And we're going to talk about this later on in the week. My condition and all these conditions that they try to place on us. And we're talking about dis-ease, illness, these conditions. Okay, but if you don't realize you already are born in the condition of the Creator, then you'll start to believe what they're telling you. They're going to tell you that you have high blood pressure and put you on some medicine. What are you eating to make you have high blood pressure? What are you thinking that can make you have high blood pressure? What are you feeling that is making you have high blood pressure? Do you understand me? Instead of me just accepting what somebody else is saying my condition is, okay? I control my condition as long as I control my mind. I control my ability to reflect God as long as I control my mind. Do you understand what I mean? Everybody has to get to the point where they are walking around in the mind state, in the ability of, I am reflecting God. I am in the condition of God. Until you do that, it's going to be a struggle. You're going to still be wanting to do physical things when in reality, that's not what you should be doing. God is telling you, if you get this place right internally, then externally there will never ever be things that you would call issues or problems. Okay, everything is happening. God has given me the ability and all of us the ability to assess the situation mentally before we react physically. Do you see what I'm saying? I control my response to every single thing, everything that happens in my life. When, like we said, condition of someone telling me I have an illness or a disease, or even a condition of someone saying I am not who I said I am. Do not let these other people tell you that you are in a different condition besides the condition of the Creator. You are born to create. You are here to create. So go be a creator. All right. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys again on Wednesday.